If you simply Google the phrase Route 304 New City, New York, you'll find that the first 20 websites at least contain information strictly due to the many fatal accidents that have occurred on this route throughout the years. These results pop up without even needing to add the word accident at the end. This is because Route 304 itself has come to be known for its major deadly car accidents, causing worry amongst local communities and inconveniencing drivers by constantly closing the road due to investigations. There were at least 6 deaths in 2017 that occurred on this route, and so far already 3 deaths in 2018. In a small town with very minimal car accidents or crimes, it's important to ask ourselves these questions. Why is Route 304 the main source of all the deadly car accidents that have occurred in New City? Is it more than just a coincidence? And what can we do to prevent these accidents from happening again? As a member of the town for over 18 years and a frequent driver, it's important for me that all the roads in New City are safe and as efficient as they can be. Therefore, I will describe the issue itself, explain why it's a problem that needs to be solved, and conclude with some of the steps we can take to increase safety on this route and prevent further accidents from happening. The problem itself is that there have been an increasing number of deadly car accidents that have occurred throughout the years on Route 304 in the town of New City, New York. This has led to the loss of several members of the community, provoked anger among citizens, and caused this specific route to be feared, unsafe, and even undesirable to drive on. Even though the drivers involved are obviously a major cause of the car crashes, the route itself is dangerous and contributes to these accidents for many reasons. The rising number of deaths due to car accidents on 304, a problem that needs to be addressed and solved, is an issue not just because of the drivers, but because of the route itself. The speed limit on Route 304 is 55 miles per hour, which is extremely high, especially since it's not a highway, and because it rises way above the average speed limit of the town, which is 30 miles per hour. The high speed limit is very dangerous because on Route 304, there are intersections with traffic lights, each about a mile apart from each other, and driving very fast within a short distance prevents drivers from coming to a complete stop before the intersection. The speed limit is too high for the distance between the intersections. In addition, 304 contributes to the deadly accidents occurring because of the limited visibility of the intersections. Route 304 runs up and down hills and has little to no streetlights. Because of the hills and the lack of light, it makes it difficult for people to see the upcoming intersections. This has greatly contributed to the increasing number of car accidents. It's clear that there's an issue, but what's more important than grieving for our victims and punishing the suspects is figuring out a way to take preventative measures so accidents like these don't occur often, or at all. There are many possible solutions that could be put into action in order to prevent accidents like these from occurring again. Some possible steps could be 1. Lowering the speed limit on Route 304, 2. Installing streetlights and street signs, and 3. Having a police officer stationed on or near the route. First, lowering the speed limit will not only allow drivers to have more time to stop before the intersection, but it will also coincide with the speed limit of every other street in the town. If the speed limit lowered to somewhere between 30 to 45 miles per hour, it would increase safety and prevent accidents. Secondly, installing streetlights on the route will encourage safety because drivers will be able to clearly see the road better, especially at night when it's very dark. In addition, installing traffic signs that preview an upcoming intersection will show drivers, especially ones unfamiliar with the area, that there's an intersection close by, and it will hopefully then encourage the drivers to drive slower and slow down earlier. Finally, if a police officer was stationed somewhere on the route, it would blatantly force people to drive slower and proceed on the route with caution. Although this action seems extreme, the deadly number of accidents calls for a big change, and having a police officer at the scene will help with this issue. The deadly accidents on 304 have affected each person in one way or another, as drivers, as citizens of the community, and as human beings. It's important to recognize that the problem is deeper than just random car accidents. With the climbing number of deaths that have occurred in the same spot on the same route, it's crucial for the town to put a plan into action in order to make a change and keep people safe. If the town spreads awareness, lowers the speed limit, adds streetlights and traffic signs, and increases the number of police parked beside the route, it will encourage safety amongst the community, prevent future deaths from occurring, and represent the route in a positive, secure way.